Over a year ago, I K-swapped my 1995 Honda Civic, and as part of the K-swap, I relocated the battery to the trunk. It wasn't necessary, but it was something I wanted to do to clean up the engine bay. However, the battery was removed from the car over a year ago, as well as the battery cable that was used for the relocation. The car underwent a full restoration, and now that it's done and time for reassembly, I am reinstalling the battery relocation. I'm also making some slight changes to it because previously I ran the battery cable under the car, and this time I'll be running it through the car. I also have the fuse box relocated to the glove box, so let's see how it goes. So today we are installing the battery box and battery back in the car, doing the wiring for the battery to the fuse box. So we got our battery box right here, got a bunch of wiring. So if we get time, we're gonna start extending the headlight harness, but hopefully by the end of the day today, we'll be able to at least get some power to the car, turn the radio on because the radio is still in there, all the speakers are still in there. So I think that's the goal for today, just to hear the radio play by the end of the day. So we got our battery box. We're gonna run this up through the car. We gotta find a new mounting location for the ground because my dad had welded the old one shut. We're gonna mount it in a different location. And then we have the fuse box down here now. And I think what we're gonna do is I found this. It's actually for a GM off Amazon. We're going to use this as our kind of interface. So we're going to run this, power wire up to here. So this opens up and we have just a single stud in here. So we'll be able to run our power wire up to this stud, and then we'll have one wire branch off go to the starter, and one wire branch off to feed the fuse box. And then the alternator wire is just comes straight off the fuse box because the fuse box has a fuse specifically for the alternator. So we don't want to put the alternator on this stud and then we don't have a fuse for it. We definitely want to run that straight out of the fuse box. So that's the plan. We'll find a nice mounting location for this. There's not really anywhere to mount it. Actually, it looks like it's supposed to be mounted using this clip. So we can probably fab up some aluminum. I don't know if we're going to do that today. Today we might just focus on getting the battery box and the battery all hooked up. So I just drilled an extra hole in here for the main power wire, and then I enlarged this hole over here. So there's currently 4 holes in here. We only need 3, but I wanted 2 holes that were more direct route to the stud so that we wouldn't have to try to bend the wire all up. So this thing should work pretty good. For now, I'm gonna install the actual battery. We'll mount the ground cable, and then we'll run the power cable up to the front. Okay, so we have power for the first time in a while. Okay, so it didn't really take much time, but it's pretty awesome having the battery hooked up once again. I think now I'm gonna take a look at this passenger side harness, because we don't need, I think this was for the cruise control, and this was for the, I don't know what this was for, but we had like the windshield wiper over there. We need the windshield wipers, but we had the windshield wiper fluid, which we're getting rid of. So I'm gonna pull all that stuff out of the harness, and all we're pretty much gonna have on this passenger side is the headlight and the turn signal. That's it. So here is the simplified headlight and windshield wiper motor harness. And I wish I would have known that you could disconnect this sooner, because I left it in the car the whole time. It was just kind of flopping around in there. So this is where it connects to the under dash harness. Then we got our wiper motor. Then down here we got the grounds, which we will probably cut these off and crimp them all onto a single stud. Blinker, turn signal, and then the headlight. So a lot more simpler. This was also connected to this engine harness, so we got rid of all this because now we have the K series harness powers all that. And then we're not going to be using the brake level sender. This was the windshield wiper bottle, and then this was the cruise control. So we got all that out of there. We got a simplified harness, and then next time we do the wiring on the car, we're going to extend both the passenger and driver side headlight harness, and we'll be able to get all that hooked up.